She's primarily active on Twitch, true, where she often streams herself playing Minecraft, Hades, Fortnite, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. What? The wikis are not usually well updated, so I tend to not use those. They're also like, they're straight up wrong all the time. And they're labeled incorrectly all the time. And it gets really annoying because people who are newer, they'll show up and they'll be like, oh, I want to know more about this VTuber. And then they'll look back and they'll just be taught a bunch of like false history, you know, if they use like a wiki. It stinks. It stinks. But yeah, a lot of them are not updated properly. And they're almost never updated by the VTubers themselves. I bet they label Geega as an optional boss. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's the one that does. Let's see if any of this is correct. They have not updated my outfits, which is fine. They took my profile from VShojo.com, which is fine. That's fine. That was one that I actually got to write with them, so that's all right. The original profile was just my Yoinked Twitch bio. That's fine, because I wrote that. Personality is just 2 sentences that someone made up, I guess. I can't comment because I think I know what my personality is from what I intend to give. But that's all about perception, you know? So you should always write like a personality based off of other people's perception, how that person comes off. You know what I mean? Appearance. Oh, she has a light red and light purple eye. What? All right, who wrote that? Purple? Purple? People would always draw my other eye blue back in the day too. It was mostly gray, and then at the very bottom of it, where it was like the deepest color, we made it slightly bluish, but it was still gray. And then people would just draw it blue in like all this art, and I would go, guys, it's not blue. Guys, it's not blue. The low light is blue, but like the whole thing is not blue. And they wouldn't listen because they only use their eyes, not their ears. So we had to make it extra gray. We had to make it extra gray. But you can still see like the shadow up top. It's actually slightly bluish on both. You see that? So on the red one on your left, the shadow makes it almost look purplish because we gave it like a slight bluish tinge. Not mean? Not mean? People also never draw my pupils as slits, which they should. That's something the wiki here gets right. Slit pupils. They're kind of like, I don't want to say coffin shaped, but they have a specific shape where it's like wider at the top. Seen that? No one draws that. Nobody does, but that doesn't bother me. I don't care. Whatever. Draw what you freaking want, dude. Draw what you freaking want. But yeah, they would always do like blue. You'd call this steel blue if asked. I'd call it slightly bluish gray. It's like 80% gray. You know what I mean? Gotta go with the majority. Okay, history. It only has 3 things. It says on the 4th of December, re-debuted on Twitch after revealing a new model. That was my 2.0. 2022. 2023. 2nd September, joined VShojo. 2025. 25th June, parted ways with VShojo. That's all it says for history. Cool. Events. It only mentions one invitational Apex event that I did in 23. Well, fans. Okay, it's talking about the 3 factions. It's correct. It says creatures, undead, and monsters. Ooh, they got the description right, though. For the factions, creatures are any creature that can reside on the surface, including magical ones. Reside is not right. It's that would spawn on the surface is the word. Okay, undead is self-explanatory. This is true. They added... Why did they add this? They said, although the faction seems to have quite a few elderly among its ranks. Who the fuck wrote this? What? This is some guy who thought... You know the flaming pen gif? Someone wrote this being like, oh, I'm really going to show those 2 people in the undead faction I don't like. And then they wrote this on the wiki. Who wrote this? That wasn't on purpose? I mean, I think this person wrote it purposely, yeah. It's true, though. Every faction is old people. You're all old. Well, no. A lot of you are old. We got little babies in the chat, too. Little, like 18, 19-year-old babies. It's a mix, man. Monsters are any creatures that could be native to the underworld itself. Okay, thank you for a normal description. Thank you for a normal one. That's true. Okay, lore. Trivia. Are you ready for this? Lore. Her cowlick is sharp enough to slice through most, if not all, materials. This is correct. Okay? I don't mention it often. I think this person watched me in like 2021, and that's where a lot of this writing's coming from. Okay, level 999. Mid-boss of the underworld, correct. Not the final boss, correct. She has a biblically accurate form, horrifyingly named mother. What do you mean horrifyingly named? Incorrect, that's just me with a webcam instead of using a model. She was born during the Crusades. During the Second Crusade, that started in 1147, 876 years ago. Correct, but I also performed a time skip. So, you know, correct, but the age has changed. According to her, she's the reason there's no January 33rd. I probably said this 3 years ago, 4 years ago on stream, offhand, while playing like Bug Fables or some shit. She emits gamma rays. Confirmed roughly... Okay, I did not give a value. She emits gamma rays, failed dose in 60 seconds. This second half, no one said this. I remember talking about the gamma rays. No one gave a value. This person's making shit up again. But this is true. I do emit gamma rays, which is my main reasoning for not going to conventions or any in-person events and not seeing you guys, because I would end up just killing you all. So you're welcome. Miscellaneous facts. She claims to be a blood relative of Chuck Norris. What? Ovarian cancer survivor? Okay. She claims to have knees. I think this person hears me say stuff on stream and goes, that's so funny, I'm going to put this in the wiki. And then it's something that I will never remember saying. Right. Like, this person was like, this shit's hilarious, typing in the wiki, but why would you put this on the wiki? What? Okay. And they got my links, they got my tags. Okay, okay. That's fine. All right, it's a mix. It's a mix of correct and incorrect. All right, that was the virtual YouTuber wiki. Ooh, I like this. The people also ask question suggestions on Google. Who is Geega married to? If you hit the drop down, it says she's particularly close to Haruka Caribou, her wife. Yes, yes. This is good. This is good. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Let me see. Wikitubia. There's a VShojo lore wiki. What? Since when? What? Was that always a thing? It's not even filled out. It just says property, castle, equipment, eye patch, gauntlet, dragon horn? What? And a magical biographical book titled Geega, The Tales and Escapades of Our Glorious General. That is something that was shown in a lore video one time on December 4th, 2022, actually. That is the most specific fact they got. Everything else is just like not filled out at all. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, Wikitubia. What is Wikitubia? Is this like a general YouTuber wiki? Oh yeah, it's a YouTuber one. Okay. Has an old profile picture. Ooh. While her YouTube channel has plenty of content, she's primarily active on Twitch, where she often streams herself playing. Ready for this? Minecraft, Hades, Fortnite, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge amongst chatting streams. They cherry picked like my last couple of played games from one random period of time and went, Fortnite. TMNT. We did play it. I forced some of Girls FC to play it with me as a collab game. We played it one time. One time, but they say often streams herself playing. Okay. They list some collabs. They list out some old info. They have my ref sheet. It's all old. Not updated. All right, Wikitubia, bleh. Are there any other wikis? Ooh, Wikitroid. There's Geega from Metroid. The Geega is a flying creature from the Brinstar region and creates lair on Zebes that mostly spawns from air holes, appearing in Metroid, Metroid Zero Mission, and Super Metroid. This is true. This is the only other person I share a name with. It's from Metroid. Spawns from air holes. They're pretty cool, man. They're pretty cool. You know, I'm a big old Metroid fan. You guys know I love Metroid. They're like these nasty little bugs. Look at that. Dress. Ball. Look at him. This is my friend with which I share my namesake. He's just a little guy. He's from Brinstar. And there's a little nasty hole in the wall. And it comes out and goes like, gets pooped out of the little hole in the wall. And then flies at you and you shoot it and kill it. That's it. That's all he is. I was here the whole time. I was indie and they're like, what? What? How? I'm like, that's how it works. That's how it works. What?